Hey, this is Friday morning, January 5th, and I'm standing in front of Mom and Daddy's house, and the professional packers are here. It's Millie and her team of two other women that are just incredibly efficient at packing and making decisions and organizing for moves. And fortunately, it is warm weather. There's the greenhouse over there in the woods. There's Man's car. Man is the fellow that comes out here 3 days a week to help Mom and Daddy with yard work and various things. And it's wintry looking, but it's very warm today. It's also cloudy, and it's been raining for a couple of days, I think, so it's pretty wet. And last time I was here, Daddy had put out, Man had put out annual rye, so there was a lot of fresh green grass sprouting, but it appears that maybe they got a severe cold snap that may have killed most of it. I see a little bit of it up there on that little hill. But anyway, so I'm going to try to make a movie of the new place today too when I go over there, so y'all can see the new paint colors and everything. It's going to be different since Mother's going to have neighbors nearby at the new place, and this is how close her neighbors are currently. I'll show you down there, and whoops, sorry about the fast zooming. Okay. And I thought I would go ahead and walk around to the guest house, which is where I spend a lot of my time, because that's where so much of the stuff that I've been bringing down to Gulf Shores and U-Haul trailers ends up, is the little guest house back here on the other side of the garage. This is the backyard. This is the bamboo, actually, that Man helped dig starts from for me to bring to Gulf Shores, but to give you some idea of the size of this stuff, it's huge. Maybe I'll walk over there and do a close-up on some of it. Or I can try zooming. You can see the size of some of these canes. Whoops. Well, I might have to put something over there for reference. Okay, now I'm really close to the bamboo. And there's a privet right there that'll kind of give you an indicator of size, because most people are familiar with the size of the leaves on a privet. There's a holly, and I'm going to attempt to put my hand on this one to, let's see if I can get my hand out far enough in front. Uh-oh. Right, there we go. Let's see, where is it? There. Okay, so you can see this is really quite large bamboo. I'll go up from my eye level. Now, this is looking towards the back of my parents' house. This is sort of part of the backyard they don't really use. More shots of the bamboo. I'm pretty fascinated by the bamboo, as you can tell. And I love how it's still green, even after all this cold weather they've had, cold enough to kill the ryegrass. Can't wait to have the stuff standing this tall along my property lines. Figured out what all this was about. This is old septic tank runoff, evidently, because I'm walking across depressed areas that are sort of like old ancient cornrows or something. But I think they're on city sewage now. This is looking towards their neighbor to the rear, which is back up in, let's see, back up in there. You can see a little bit of the house right there. And coming around towards the part of the backyard that they use a lot more. This is Daddy's greenhouse, which has kind of nice, that from the house side it always had the look of a nice brick building, and then all the other side, 3 sides were glass. Big crepe myrtle that's bare, of course, because of the time of the year. And that's the little small back porches. Right here along the greenhouse was Mama's perennial beds, where she grew cut flowers to take to the Women's Exchange for their tables, their luncheon tables, for the little tea room that they have. And these, wanted to get a shot of these Leyland cypress. This is actually 2 Leyland cypress planted side by side that we planted. I was in on it about 19 years ago. And You can see how tremendous these things have gotten. You know, we thought we were putting them really far apart because I think there's 3 there actually, I think. Because I said, oh, they spread. We need to move them further apart. But now they're way too close together. There's the back side of the guest house right there with a Jackson vine. And, well, there's a wisteria. I think there's a wisteria and a Jackson vine growing together there. Hey, I'm making a movie.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Daddy's very serene during all of this intense activity of packing and moving.
Here, don't lie. Smile.
Yeah, smiling is a good idea, good choice. Is there anything you'd like to say into the camera?
No, I can't think of anything.
Okay, all right.
Except I need to keep up with what I cut and what I haven't cut, so my wife will be pleased.
Okay, well, we'll try to help you keep up with that.
I've cut everything I can feel.
Oh, on your whiskers, okay. All right, well, good. Well, then it sounds like you've had a good shave.
Well, I hope. Made out of plastic and the other one's made out of stainless steel.
Oh, yeah, your 2 razors. Now, here's the kitchen.
Don't lie, just smile.
Okay. Here's our professional packers.
Oh no!
Oh, yes, don't you want to be a movie star? We're going to put you on YouTube.
Don't pick on us.
No, no, no. This is the entrance hall. We've got stacks of boxes. The study. And looking out the front door there. Into the living room, which is all set up for packing. And going up the stairs. Okay, we're moving into the dining room. There's a lot in here that's ready for the Goodwill. Some of it's ready for the antiques dealer that's coming over. And some of it's going to the new house. Some of it's getting left on the walls for Jim Beck to decide what should be taken to the new house and what shouldn't. And then some of it's going to the Goodwill. There's a chicken that came from Guatemala that I carried in my lap on several bus rides and various forms of public transportation with chickens and what have you. And she's going to give it back to me now after all these years. That thing's been around, I guess, about 30 years. And here's a great lighting fixture that's going to get hung at the new place. Very heavy. They've got to reinforce the ceiling to make sure it's going to hang securely. There, this is upstairs. This is the bedroom furniture that Mother's going to use in the new place. I think these curtains are going to be altered to fit the new windows. So there's been some packing going on in here, but a lot of the furniture's still here. Bedroom. There's a bathroom between them, between these bedrooms, and the other bedroom has brass beds that were my mama's Aunt Lilia's. These were actually the footboards. There were a lot of pieces lost from the headboards, and the headboards were really, really tall. So this is all my junk in here. But so anyway, these beds she had talked about giving to me to take down to Gulf Shores. Stephen came up last weekend and got the big plantation desk that used to sit right there. And this cool chair from Vienna, which is a much documented chair, was Mama found it down in Eudora, Mississippi, at her great aunt's, that was all covered with layers and layers of old paint and what have you. So many years ago, she had it completely restored. Well, it's day 2, and today the men are getting clothes and lots of odds and ends that have been left for today. And they got Mother and Daddy's bed, because Mom and Daddy spent the night here last night. We've had them bring a lot of things downstairs to the living room. The prints and paintings are around the edges of the wall, so the interior decorator can decide what he wants to hang over there. And I'm out of breath because I've been running up and down steps.